People's Progressive Party Civic is calling on citizens to join in expressing solidarity with women all over the world as they proclaim abhorrence and condemnation of all forms of violence against women. The party supports the current nationwide consultation being conducted by the government as a prelude to passing further legislation aimed at addressing the issue. The PPP government continuously makes interventions to protect women and enacted the Domestic Violence Act in 1996. Support has been provided to non-governmental organizations which focus on protecting and empowering women, while legal aid centers aimed at helping women have been established. The PPP Civic concurs with the views expressed by Mr. Kofi Annan and joins in solidarity with those 23 nations that have signed on to the pledge to eradicate the scourge. Director General of the World Health Organization is calling on world leaders to strengthen their health systems in light of the global economic crisis. According to Dr. Chan, the crisis comes at a time when the world has never been more closely connected and interdependent, and those already vulnerable are most likely to feel the effects of the crisis. More in this report.
In a statement, Dr. Chan said the consequences of the financial crisis rapidly threatens to become a social crisis in many countries. She says the equitable distribution of health care is a critical contributor to social cohesion, which is the best protection against social unrest. Many predictions are highly pessimistic on how the crisis will impact low-income and emerging economies. And low-income countries may be forced to cut spending in sectors such as education and health, which could be devastating. And Dr. Chan is of the opinion that healthy, productive, and stable populations are always an asset, especially in a time of crisis. The WHO Director General also said that a world that is greatly out of balance in health is neither stable nor secure, noting that robust health systems are essential to maintain surveillance and response capacity in the face of pandemic threats. She says a previous effort to use health as the route to socio-economic development in 1978 was immediately followed by the fuel crisis, soaring oil prices, and the debt crisis of the early 1980s. And in the international response to these crises, mistakes were made when budgets were shifted away from investments in the social sectors like health and education. Dr. Chan says it is essential to learn from past mistakes and counter this period of economic downturn by increasing investment in health and social sector. She says the crisis comes at a time when commitment to global health has never been higher, and in the midst of the most ambitious drive in history to reduce poverty and distribute the benefits of the modern society. She says impoverishing healthcare expenditures that push more than 100 million people annually into poverty are likely to increase dramatically. This will inevitably cause the most vulnerable groups like women, children, and disabled to suffer. She says in promoting economic recovery, investments are needed in the social sectors since healthy human capital is the foundation of economic productivity and can accelerate recovery towards economic stability. Onika Jones, the 6 o'clock news.
A $24 million grant has been signed for the construction of a rest house and warden building at the Kaieteur National Park. This has been made possible by the German government's component of the Guyana Protected Area System project. The project is expected to last for 8 months and will provide accommodation for overland visitors and park wardens at Touquet.